these ones are in brine, so I've also washed off the brine. And before I head off for a picnic in the outdoors, I like to put everything in little containers, chopped up, so very little preparation needs to happen. I'll use a fork just to crush that egg white, and this will start the base of our sauce. Now, to give this some heat, I'll add some chili. Look at this gorgeous chili. I'll use half of it because it's got a bit of a kick to it, and then finely slice it. You can just use some pepper, or if you're here in the Northern Territory, there are so many varieties of wonderful native spices. Pepperberry works nicely with this. Also, if you can get your hands on some dried bush tomato, it works really nicely for this salad. So chopping this into small bits, so we get all those beautiful speckles of red throughout the sauce, pop it in. A pinch of salt, not too much salt because there's some salt in the capers and there's some salt in the mustard. So a generous teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And I want quite a lot of dressing. Because I'm going to be adding the pasta, you want it to soak up all the flavours. Now we'll just mix that together. Again with the back of the fork, so it crushes the egg. See how it looks automatically saucy without adding olive oil. But I do want to add some olive oil to this because it's a lovely flavour. So 1 tablespoon. For some zing, some red wine vinegar or some lemon. And then again, we'll give it a mix. I'm going to have a taste of this just to make sure that it's balanced. That is such an awesome sauce. Even that, just put over some fish, is so delicious. Okay, now we need to fill up this salad with some other ingredients. Some semi-sun-dried tomatoes. I like these because they're really sweet. And we're going to have 2 different textures of tomatoes in here. So a small handful of those. And some green olives. I've taken the pit out. I always like to buy my olives with the pit in them and then take them out yourself. They always taste so much better. A little bit more labour, but again, if you're going for a picnic, do it ahead of time. And this part is just so easy, just assembling. And for a pop of freshness, cherry tomatoes, we're going to cut in half. Don't worry about them being cool because you know what? They taste so much better if they're brought to room temperature. I want about half a punnet. And then canned tuna. Always have some canned tuna on standby because it just bulks out a salad. It goes so well with all of these flavours, the tomatoes and the capers. This is 2 cans. And then the pasta. I'm using shells, but you could also use orecchietti or any pasta that has a nice little groove in it, just like this, because it's going to act like a pool for all that sauce. So I've just cooked that and then cooled it down in some water and just separated the pasta, added a little olive oil to it so they don't stick. And then just to bring the whole thing together and freshen it up, some basil, we'll tear that in there. You could use some parsley if you like. You could use whatever soft herb. I'm going to give that all a nice mix. Look at that pop of colour. You know that's going to be so yummy. All right, to plate up, pile it up. This is rustic, fresh food. You know, a few years back I came to the Northern Territory and I would crave this because it was so yummy by the time it hit lunchtime to have a salad with such strong dressing. And any leftovers you could add to this. As long as you've got the base of that sauce, it goes with so many different things. A super easy salad, a perfect picnic dish to do. I'm going to have a taste of it. Some of those pastas with the olives, yum. That is super delicious, and look where I am, surrounded by monsoon rainforest, and it's the dry season, so it's the perfect time for a little dip. Of course, after I finish my picnic lunch. Experienced Kakadu from the land and water, but now I think it's time to get a view from up above. Excited?
It's amazing how vulnerable you feel in a helicopter that's got no doors on it.
Witnessing this diverse landscape from the air is simply awe-inspiring. From the endless woodlands and winding rivers to the ancient sandstone escarpments, much of this beautiful land is untouched.
Oh wow, look at that gorge. Wow, that is incredible. Oh my gosh, there you go. That's it there.
That's Twin Falls right there.
Twin Falls. Beautiful.
It's very pretty.
It's the sheer rawness of the falls that you just go, oh, it's breathtaking. Wow, that is unbelievable. It's pretty amazing when you come out here and you see the sheer size of Kakadu National Park. It's one of those things you really need to see with your own eyes. It's absolutely breathtaking.
Kakadu is rich in bush foods if you know where to look, and the Indigenous people have been doing it for thousands of years. Today, I'm lucky enough to experience an Indigenous forage with Patsy and Yoda. Yoda runs a pop-up dining business serving locally sourced foods and turns to Patsy for her extensive knowledge of local flora, which has been passed down through generations in her family.
This one we call manbit walk.
Is it easy to get these ones?
Easy to get. You can see like a little grass. I mean, yeah, like a little wheat.
Can you eat them raw or they have to be
No,
cooked?
you can't eat raw. When we cook, it's getting really nice and soft and eat.
Yeah, nice.
Sweet. I think this
What
one
else have
maybe
you got? Yeah.
it's really sweet.
Sweet?
Yeah, try, yeah.
Is it?
You get little pockets.
Oh yeah.